Hello, Internet.
Welcome, everyone. I don't know if any of you know about this experience, but don't you hate it when ink jams in your pen? Because it's like, you can see there's still ink in your pen, you can see the tip isn't broken, but as you're writing, it just nothing is coming out, or it's just trickling out, and you're just wondering, what the? I just had that happen as I was trying to note down the 28.
I find that annoying.
It's really irritating.
I'm gonna,
Done it.
I'm gonna hack this.
Yeah, I've currently got Shuji on top of me. Which, admittedly, she's the lightest dog of all, so it's not a problem, but it's kind of hard to reach things with a dog on top of you. And, oh, gosh darn it, this broken
Turrets.
pen.
I'm going to turn the turrets off.
Yeah, I basically said all I wanted about the DC Cinematic Universe thing. That's basically all I had for the the initial concept. You're like, when they announced that they were going to kick things off with a Justice League movie first, which they didn't really end up doing because they ended up making Man of Steel and then Batman v Superman. So Batman v Superman might as well be, a light Justice League. I would say, I'm trying to think of an appropriate comparison. Like a Justice League Zero. I wasn't going to say Diet Justice League because I actually like Diet Coke. So...
Some douchebag's rocking it with a rocket launcher and it ain't me.
Well, what would you do if you weren't rocketing it with a rocket launcher?
Rocking it.
Rocking it. You know what I meant. Maybe they'd have a better chance of killing the Corsair if, they weren't trying to kill you.
The fact that I'm technically on their side...
I'm crippled for life! Oh, wait. Nope.
Yeah.
Just inject a needle into me.
Oh, the kitchen. Sectors 2 and 4 have probably been killed, so I'm stealing a cooking pot and your oil.
I think the only other thing I'd comment about the DC Cinematic Universe is
what are you going to do about your potato crisps?
They probably should have their TV series tie into their movies. It seems kind of silly that they don't. Because then, they've got a Flash and a Green Arrow TV series and such. But the Flash that's going to be appearing in the DC Cinematic Universe is a different Flash to what's, in the movies.
Yeah.
As in, it won't even have the background of the Flash from the TV series. So that's just going to be really confusing for, people sort of watching.
Yeah. I don't know why they've done that. Then again, I'm a man running around stealing typewriters.
The one TV series I think could get away with some of that sort of element would probably be something, something akin to Gotham, where it's telling, the sort of childhood or backstory, and it's not focusing on the superhero themselves, but more the setting. And in Gotham's case, the main character is Jim Gordon, so...
Yeah.
Which is always awesome. Gordon is one of...
Gordon is a cool dude.
I would say Gordon is the best Batman character, but Alfred exists, which, that is really tough competition. In any other series, Gordon would, be the best character, but he's got Alfred to compete with.
Yeah, it's kind of...
that is just really tough.
I know I take you to the nicest places, because I care about you, dear. Now let's go kill the incredibly dangerous mechanical human monster that could potentially kill us in seconds.
Yep.
I don't mind this guy,
I'm not sure what series I'd focus on in terms of doing a sort of TV series sort of thing, though. Because, the problem I'm having with Marvel's sort of basis of doing the TV series and such is that I think, oh man, it would have been so cool to have a movie of these characters. They've got a Netflix TV series of Daredevil and Luke Cage and Jessica Jones and all that. It's I kind of would prefer to see them, on equal billing to the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, them in turn getting movies. I can understand it for some of the lesser... Well, okay, technically they are somewhat lesser-known heroes, but... In Marvel's case, they've had cases like, Iron Man got pushed into popularity because of the movies. People knew about him, but he became famous because of, the movies. Likewise, Guardians of the Galaxies was super obscure, even by comic book standards.
I'd never heard of them.
The only one I'd ever heard of before was Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
And I think I did know of him a little before.
No, it's because Marvel vs. Capcom.
I didn't know of him a little before Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate 3. Like, I knew people were actually talking about him then, you know, as a possibility.
Yeah.
Because he has so many characters get brought to light.
You do that, Cait. Like.
Yeah. If, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy could get a movie, I feel like, you know, Daredevil could have had a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. It's like, once they've run out of their mainstream characters, the fact that, you know, they can't then go for, okay, let's call them B-listers, like Daredevil and such. The fact that they can't immediately go for him because they've already used him in the TV series is problematic, because that leaves them with, well, the C-listers. Or the D-listers.
Yeah. That.
I mean...
Well, as well, they're killing off their villains so much. They're gonna run out of them
and that's
soon.
the problem with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They suck when it comes to villains.
Like, we are actually going to be reduced to the Wrecking Crew at some point.
Yeah.
You should never be reduced to the Wrecking Crew.
That is actually going to be sad. Like, really
Force
sad.
epic, like, fight against the Wrecking Crew.
It's like, how is Baron Zemo going to set up the Masters of Evil when, you know, none of the villains are alive?
Yeah. Does make it a tad bit harder, don't it?
I do love Cait in that Silver Shroud outfit.
It doesn't really suit her personality,
Then again,
but...
Cait looked surprisingly adorable for someone who's, you know, been in a fighting zone.
I know, she's well cute, isn't
You'd
she?
have expected her to, you know, have something resembling scars or, you know, be more, you know,
she has
muscled.
She has freckles, does that count?
I don't think freckles counts as scars.
Oh, I'm going to count them anyway. And she's Irish, so...
Yeah.
That counts.
What, the moment you end up fighting for so long, you become Irish?
If you're in, like, a cage fight, I'm sure. Especially if you're doing alcohol as well. No offense to the Irish, but you are kind of heavy drinkers. In fact, they probably don't even find that offensive.
Like,
So
oddly enough, with the DC universe, like, Suicide Squad would probably be something I would actually have done as a TV series instead of a movie.
It'd make more sense,
like-
because it changes characters a lot.
Yeah. Like, Suicide Squad is very... And the fact that... Like with how Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. can get away with, you know, not... You know, they can have references to the movies and have, like, background details that link them. Like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. explains how the Avengers have a helicarrier in Avengers 2.
Yeah.
You know, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. explains that. How did they find about Loki's staff and all that? Again, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. explains that. It explains a lot of the background details. But the thing is...
Courses after the girl. Does that mean me or someone else?
But Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., you know, it's a, you know, stealth covert thing. They started setting up the Secret Warriors in it, and the whole point, you know, a big emphasis on it is that no one's supposed to know about them. They need to remain secret.
Yeah. Like the Illuminati.
Yeah. Likewise, in the case of DC, the point of the Suicide Squad is to send villains on dangerous missions which could potentially get them killed. People aren't even supposed to know about them because they don't. The government doesn't want, you know, people think, oh, you're working with villains.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, so is that sort of thing you can get away with?
Yeah.
That, I think, you know, the whole, you know, it's a good sort of emphasis on Cadmus and can bring up the concept of, you know, in the DC Cinematic Universe, there is a government sort of organisation who are like, yeah, we're afraid of all these supers sort of going about. We're setting up, you know, organisations to combat them if need be.
Yeah. And it makes sense to be scared.
Um,
I'll be honest, if I knew there was someone across the road that could shoot laser beams out their eyes, I'd be pretty scared.
Oddly enough, they actually became more concerned when they had the space tower, you know, the space tower.
I mean...
rather than being on the Earth, because they said, you've got a satellite cannon equipped to that.
Yeah, that's a good reason.
Which is like, why would the heroes ever need a satellite cannon? They don't kill!
Well...
Well, with exception of a few.
Maybe it's to scare the enemy off! By gently,
you know,
blowing the engine off of their...
I think history has proven that deterrents pretty much never work.
Woman. Damn it.
I mean, it stops the deterrents from being fired, but it doesn't
Shady!
stop violence in general.
I'm disappointed.
Like, there was a surprising amount of wars involved in the Cold War. They just weren't, you know, the end of the world wars. They were just small battles, which kind of messed up every other country.
Yeah, then wasn't it just basically America and Russia fighting through every other country?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, there was only a few times they actually ended up, as far as I'm aware, they actually ended up sending their own troops into battle. And it was usually when the other countries had backed off. Like, America was getting France to fight Vietnam before.
Yeah.
They went in themselves. Because France wanted to, you know, keep control of Vietnam.
Deactivate
Because before World War One and World War Two, they technically owned it.
Oh. Right, so I've turned off the turret. I don't know why they're picking a fight with me. This is like something I've never understood, why no one in the Fallout universe seems to understand the concept of just talking. Like, yeah, sure, the gunners are douchebags, but...
Yeah. Speaking of movies, though, Nintendo recently announced they're looking to make movies. I mean, they announced this ages ago, but they've actually provided some proper information on this.
Yeah.
They want, you know, Kirishima wants, would like to see movies, sort of, a movie released within the next 2 to 3 years. Although they said it could take up to 5. And a lot of the movie ideas are actually going to be, you know, mostly built upon in-house. So they're not licensing them out. Which is like what a lot of people were actually expecting. So it's not going to be like all these movies made by Hollywood sort of thing. If I do see them licensing out, it's probably going to be, you know, a collaborated effort like a lot of the animated stuff. But although it's not like the same length as a movie, you know, oddly enough, Miyamoto has shown that he can actually do animated shorts very well.
Yeah.
Like, he could probably do a Pikmin movie. Whether you could actually get a whole sort of like hour-and-a-half length Pikmin movie to work.
It'd be like a silent film. It'd be
very
the
best example people would point out to it is WALL-E. The whole first half of WALL-E.
Oh yeah.
That's basic. Actually, WALL-E in general is basically this is how you do a Pikmin movie.
Yeah. WALL-E's a brilliant.
And it hits upon the majority of the themes as well. Environmentalism and all that.
Oh. Wait, is that the theme of Pikmin?
Not really, but there's a big love for nature and everything.
Well, yeah, there's big...
As well as recycling, given that Olimar's literally picking up our scrap in order to use it.
Yeah, but I think...
I mean, the other, you know, themes of it are, you know, corporations and, you know, trying to keep your company alive and all that.
Yeah, and also...
Well, in Pikmin 3 it was, yeah, our planet's dying, we need food.
I think also a big theme of it is giant monsters are trying to kill you and you have 30 days to live.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big part of that game.
Yeah, but Pikmin 2 was, you know, you went back there in order to get money to save the company because it was going bankrupt.
Yeah. Pikmin 2 was chill.
Also, you should probably stop trusting Louis. He did try to kill you the moment he became king of the insects.
Well, wouldn't you?
And then he became your friend again after he was no longer king of insects because you beat the king of insects.
Come on, Cait. Hurry up. Cait!
Hey, need something? Over here. No problem.
There we go.
Let's go. Not that it matters. But I just like to have
Yeah,
one.
she's already disappeared.
Alright, give it a sec.
There we go.
Have a minute? Got something on my mind.
Right now! I mean...
Something wrong?
Sure, we seem to be free.
Better be worth it.
You're the one that wanted to talk to me.
You ready now?
Something wrong?
I don't know. You tell me.
What?
Tommy stuck me with you. I was expecting to hate your guts.
Why?
Because you agreed to pick up my contract. But because I was waiting for you to order me around like hired help. Now, so far, you've been treating me like a friend. Hell, you've been damn near nice to me.
Yeah, just taking you to, like, fight against Death Claws. In nuclear
I took
storm.
you through, like, the worst place in the entire Commonwealth.
I learned at the combat zone!
But, I guess... I mean, all... what? Rough place?
Rough place?
Surviving the combat zone must have been rough.
That's
Combat zone!
I mean, all you have to do is
I
punch...
spent 3 years living in the combat zone!
Smell like puke and piss.
cold at home. I was
Sounds like a
cats.
lovely place.
To sleep in and 3 hot meals a day.
That does sound nice, and you got a job, you know, beating the heck out of people.
That lot.
That does sound like it got worse.
The gentle type.
Well, yeah, raiders are douches.
If you didn't keep looking over your shoulder, you were liable to get sucker punched or robbed. Or worse,
I mean,
Which is terrible, given you're supposed to be focusing on punching the person in front of you.
comes to good use. Buying friends was
Yeah.
essential to making
but also, why would they want to beat her up when she's, you know, their entertainment? You don't owe me nothing.
You don't know.
Yeah,
me.
okay, sure.
Now I'm having a real hard time believing that. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll think of something I can do to repay you. I'm not
You know, we have a son, so, you know, saving him might be nice.
Nah, screw my kid. No one likes him. Not even my kid, I'm pretty sure, so... Just keep running
Your
around.
kid doesn't even know that it's your kid.
Exactly. There's a lot of spotlights here. This looks like a boss room.
Do you want to end the episode here? It's already like 15 minutes. My gosh, that went past quick.
Can do.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
I think we
Bye.
got on to the topic I was wanting to, but oh well.
We'll do that when we fight the boss.
Yeah. I managed to stretch a DC topic for like, movie topic for like 2 hours.
Yeah. Bye.
Cheerio.